SportsSpeak Golf Cars and Motorbikes. Highway 327 West in Silsbee has this sophisticated street-legal Tony Lamborghini golf cart. 6-seaters, 4-seaters, customized trailers, LaFree electric bikes, manual pedal bikes, and a motorized Velo Solex. Tires, wheels, trolleys, and accessories for club car and easy-go. SportsSpeak Golf Cars and Motorbikes. Highway 327 West in Silsbee. Call them at 385-3838.
J.P. White, SportsSpeak Sports Show, where we speak sports, we talk sports, a lot of it, and a few other things. Happy today to have Coach Frankye Riley.
Hi.
Have you lived in Silsbee all your life?
My whole life. Graduated from Silsbee High School.
Is that right? Okay. Did you get a scholarship to play football or something?
No.
Oh, you didn't play football?
No, I did not.
Did you play basketball? Did you have a sport?
They didn't have girls' sports when I was in school. That's how old I am. All we had was a volleyball team.
Okay.
And that was all. And no, I did not play volleyball.
Oh, sure.
No.
Well, you didn't get a scholarship to go to school to play ball then, did you?
No, I did not.
They didn't have that many scholarships back then, did you?
Not for girls, anyway.
Is that right?
Yeah, I don't ever remember a girl getting a scholarship from Silsbee back then.
Okay.
You know, that's been a long time ago.
All right. So you coach, I want to get now, what do you coach?
Right now I coach girls powerlifting. I have coached girls track. I was the assistant to Hiawatha Hickman. And I coach freshman volleyball under Dana Thornton. And I, for years, did JV cheerleading.
Now, back to powerlifting. Have you something about the last couple of years, you've had some winners or something?
Yeah, I started coaching powerlifting about 3 years ago, and I was the head coach last year and this year. And we have, let me explain powerlifting a little bit first. You have different weight classes. They start in the girls with 97, 114s, 123s.
Wait a minute, 97 what?
Pounds.
Oh, okay, go
yeah.
97 pounds.
Yeah, and you have different weight classes, and they go all the way up to 220 plus.
They lift 220 pounds?
No. They go from weighing 97 pounds, has their own weight class.
Yeah.
And then 114s, 123s, 148s, 165s, 181s, 220s, 275s, and 220 plus. So, you know, everybody lifts against people that are relatively close to their weight.
Oh, how much they weigh? Oh, wait a minute. The person's weight.
Correct.
That depends on how much you can let her work with.
Well, no, like you can only have 11 people on a team.
Okay.
Okay. So you want to spread them out if you can and get a 114 pounder or a lightweight plus the heavyweights. You know, you want to get them all spread out. But like, in order for you to lift against girls that weigh 114 pounds, or, you know, like 97.5 is the cutoff for the 97 pound. Then you jump to the next weight class, which is the 114s. So you can weigh from 97.5 to 114.5 as a group.
Okay.
And then from 114.5 to 123.5. So you have different weight classes. So for instance, if I weighed, say 150, and you weighed 114, you wouldn't have to lift against me. You would lift against people closer to what you weighed.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then you did go to state, I understand. So,
yeah.
Well, tell me something about your team.
Okay, we only had a 5-girl team this year.
You can have as many, but you go with a short number. In other words, you don't have to have 5 or 10 or 12 or whatever.
In Silsbee, we don't have a real strong girls powerlifting program as far as participation.
Yes.
Because a lot of the girls run track and a lot of them play softball.
Okay.
So they're kind of torn. Plus, the girls powerlifting team works out at 6:30 in the morning. So a lot of people don't want to do that.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's tough. We start working out right after Thanksgiving holidays. So it's cold and it's rainy and it's, you know, dark and you got to get up there at 6:30 in the morning. So that kind of deters some of the interest. You have to really want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so, but...
well, can you win and go to state with 4 or 5 team member, or you?
Yeah, we had 2 girls that went to state.
Oh, do you have to win here in the district or something in order to go to state?
Yes.
Each individual class.
Okay. Yes. you go to regionals, which we have regionals in Palacios, Texas. We're Region 4, Division 2. That means we're the 3A school. 5A and 4A are Division 1, and then 3A and below are Division 2.
Okay.
And then we go to regionals, and you have to be either one of the first 2 people in regionals, or you can have a certain total, which is the combination of all 3 of your weights, and it's pretty high. And you can be the best one in your whole region with, if you're not the first 2 places, then the next person in the whole region can go by their weight, how much weight they lift.
And going to state?
Uh-huh.
It is just that one step from right here.
Yeah, we have meets here. We have a local meets. We have 4 a year, and we have one in Silsbee. And then we go to regionals, and in regionals you have to be able to get first or second, or a certain amount of weight lifted, and then you go to state.
Okay.
But now, in powerlifting, you have 3 lifts. You have the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. Okay.
Wait a minute. Whoop. Now, okay, the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. Okay,
Correct.
The squat, I can imagine what that's like. What's a bench?
Okay, the bench, you're laying flat on your back, and the weight, you bring it down to your chest, and then the judge will say, press, and you lift it, and you have to do it a certain way. I mean, you have to have technique. You can't, there's certain criteria you have to meet for it to be a good lift. Okay. You get 3 opportunities at each thing. Like on squats, you have 3 chances. Okay. You have to get at least 1 to continue to the next 2 things. If you don't, it's called a bomb. And if you go to the state meet and you don't get 1 of 3 squats, then you're sitting there all day with nothing else to do. So you've got to get at least 1 lift in each different lift.
Well, you didn't tell me exactly what the deadlift is. You told me what the squat, imagine, and the bench now, and the deadlift.
The deadlift is where your weights are sitting on the floor, and you don't bend. You kind of squat down and pick them up.
Okay.
From the floor.
Okay.
And we have Silsbee girls are real good deadlifters. Silsbee boys are too. I don't know why, but we've always been really good in the deadlift. But the 2 girls that went to regionals in state were Alejandra Avila, and she moved here from Nederland this year. She was the state champion last year in 4A. And so we were fortunate that she moved here. And then Antoinette Morrissey is a super heavy, or a 220 plus, we call it. And she has been lifting, I guess, since she was a freshman, but she was our other state champion. So we went from one end of the spectrum to the other. And we ended up with our 2 girls, we got 2nd place in the whole state.
Don't you have to be concerned about their back?
You have equipment that you wear. And you have the way that you have, your form has a lot to do with it. Like on the deadlift, you don't just a lot of people do just bend over and pick it up. You don't do that. You use your legs. You kind of squat and then push up with your legs when you're pulling it up.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Hey, that's part of life, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you have a belt that you wear, a real wide belt to give your back support.
Okay.
So there's equipment that you wear, and like on the bench press, you wear a bench shirt, and then you have lifting suit.
Well, then this Coach Wayne Riley, then that's been your life. He'd been coaching a long time, so he comes home and tells you.
Well,
did he train you?
Well, I guess he did. Back when he started, Craig McGahan started. He had it 1 year. He started the powerlifting program in Silsbee. And it was all boys.
Oh, wait a minute, that wasn't too long ago.
Oh, no, it was. It was when he was here the first time, back in like 80, probably 88.
Okay.
Or 87, something like that.
Okay.
And he did it 1 year, and then the next year is when Wayne took it over.
Okay.
And he did it for probably 5 years, 4 or 5 years, and then Jack Lloyd took it over.
Jack Lloyd?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And Jack won several state championships. Whenever Wayne was coaching, they had everybody competed against each other. Okay. All 4A, 1A, and everything. And then they split it off into 2 different divisions.
Okay.
And that's what happened with the girls. They had always competed against everybody until last year, and they divided it up into divisions.
Okay. All right. Well, What about some philosophy of yours of coaching as a profession? What could you tell us something about that?
Well, this has always been the way I felt about it. In order to get what you need to get out of the kids, you have got to care about them. I mean, not what they can do for you or how they can make you look, but what they can do for themselves. To me, coaching is not about the coach. It's about the kids. And if you don't really care about the kid as a person, not just as an athlete, but as a complete person, then I don't think that you can get out of a kid what you need to get out of them. And I think most kids that I've ever coached, I mean, a lot of them I'm still in touch with. And I've been doing this a long time. So.
Good, good, good. Now, is there something you want to tell us as a girls powerlifting coach, something that those coaches wouldn't want to tell us?
Well,
or wouldn't tell us.
A lot of people think that powerlifting, they don't want to powerlift because they're going to look like a boy. But really and truly, it is not that way. You can be feminine and still be a powerlifter. If you saw the little 114-pound girl I have, at school, you wouldn't know she was a powerlifter. Her legs are real strong. She's got muscles. But, I mean, she's a very feminine little girl. So when people think of powerlifting, they think of big, brawny, and that's not the case. You can be strong and still be feminine.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Oh, how about some philosophy of life? You want to give us something there?
Just keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
As far as I don't know. I try to wake up each day and thank God for giving me health and giving me a good family and giving me a husband that I've been with almost 45 years. And
45?
We'll be in December.
How about that?
Mm-hmm. And it's not easy being married to a coach because, and I mean, I'm saying this from years of experience, but when you are a coach's wife, and I think it's even more so now, there's so many times, they spend so much more time sometimes with other people's kids than they do your kids. Because if you are a really devoted coach, you put a lot more hours in than people ever have any idea. I mean, you don't just go out there and practice and go home. You have at home, you're working on what you're going to do. And I mean, it's just, it's a lot of work. And so is teaching. A lot of people, get kind of down on teachers and say, well, they get paid in the summer. But I don't know a teacher who goes home at 3:30 and doesn't have work to do once they get home. School work plus their regular work. So.
Well, do you want to tell us something that I haven't asked you the question that can give you the opportunity to answer?
Can't think of anything except that next year when Silsbee girls and boys have their powerlifting meet, people need to come out and watch the kids. I mean, powerlifting is a minor sport, and sometimes the kids don't get a lot of recognition, but they work really hard. And, if people would come out and give them a little, I think it'd give them a little boost.
So, Frankye, happy to have you. Thanks a million for coming by.
Thank you, JP.
JP White here. Lucky to have Frankye to interview and tell us the good stories with SportsSpeak Sports, where we speak sport and talk about a few other things. So long for now.